Hello and welcome to video number 2 for day 8 of my 30-day 3D challenge. This is David Colmer and we are live and I just coughed. We're working on instancing and I have the model up that I worked on earlier today. I made the first video this morning and now we're after work hours and I'm going to build out the second. So what I'm going to do is just build the plank next. Maybe move this up so it's a little bit out of the way. And this morning I kept working on things and kind of pausing. I still ended up with a 15-minute video this morning. And I might do that a little bit here as well, just so we don't get such a long video. Nobody wants to watch a 30-hour or 30-minute rather video of me building out a walkway. So I don't want to bore you all. Really appreciate you tuning in and checking this out. Um, really had a lot of fun with this feature. I can see definitely how it's going to speed things up. I'm not exactly level here. I don't know. Don't tell the engineers in the audience. Oh, it's looking pretty good. Okay, so I'll move that up just a little bit and then move it over just a little bit. I like how it's a little bit too wide. That's kind of cool, right? But maybe that's too wide. So let's move this in just a hair. Yeah, and then move it over. So just really want to get that first plank position so they're all the right width, right? I would hate for this all to be done and be like, oh, those are way too big. Speaking of that, let's make the planks a little bit narrower there. And then hopefully I can kind of move them around left to right. I kind of saw that earlier. But what I'm going to do now is just build it up a little bit. Let's look from the top, make sure it's, yeah, that's looking about right. That's a solid 2x6, right? It's definitely not a 2x8, but it could be a pretty good 2x6. I want this to be believable. I'm thinking I could taper it a little bit, right? No, maybe round it a little, make it kind of a more of a wooden plank kind of look. Fillet just a little bit. All right. And next, I'm just going to get the build up tool, if I remember where that is. And oh gosh, did it again. There's a song about that too. Oh, look what happened. Okie dokie. It looks like it's the same orientation. And I think what I've done is I've kind of built my model not in line with my axis, which is maybe a takeaway here, right? And then when you go back to your tool, you're not really lined up. So what's the point in doing that, right? Why am I doing it like that? Question, I don't really know why I'm doing it. Okay, we're not doing that. Let's try and alt. There we go. That's a pretty good view. This thing is challenging. Right. If I could just get it placed. I'm not going to edit any of this out because it's just showing the learning curve of just the controls, right? It's a really tricky, and I've used a lot of different video games. I've, used different design tools in the past. And I'm not saying this is cumbersome. It's actually a really good system, but there is a learning curve with just figuring out how to control these things. I do like these tutorials because I really feel like they put me in a position for success. Adobe's doing great with their learning content. I'm just struggling a little bit with the basic navigation for some reason, but I'm getting there. Getting there. I don't like how this is higher than that. And I almost want to go in and mess with that layer, and I think I will. Let's see if I can figure out how to select that. Okay, so that instance is higher than the other instances. If I move this, good, it's not moving the other instance. Ooh, look at that. Okay, now can I rotate that? I don't know why I'm so lucky. I was half afraid that the other instance would move because that's linked. Right? Now, I shouldn't ask myself, is that level? 0. All right. 0's good. That's good. That wasn't good. Alt, rotate. Okay. Maybe if I speak the commands out like a strange person at a salad bar, telling them everything that they're putting on their plate. I just saw a joke about that. Anybody ever read The Onion, that newspaper? There's an Onion article about a man in Wisconsin or somewhere in the Midwest. I'm calling out the name of every item he's putting on his plate. For some reason, that just was really funny to me because I think I've seen people do that. You know, I've been at the Ponderosa where there's a guy just like, okay, I'm going to get some egg salad. Okay, we're getting some broccoli here. Okay, so this time I have it all set. I'm going to push space bar because that's what you do. Oh, it didn't. Oh, I didn't. Oh, because I'm selecting it. Good. I've already made the thing. Super, super, super. So now what I'm going to do is move it up kind of away from the model. Zoom out a little bit. How do I rotate around this block? Okay, that's not bad. But how do I get like above it? Like, see, it's like out of view. What the heck, man? I'm supposed to be able to rotate around the thing that I have selected. Okay, this continues to be kind of one of my main pain points. What the what, dude? What the math? Okay, well, maybe if I go way below. Yeah, that's better. I'm getting closer, right? But still, I don't seem to be rotating around the thing that I have selected. How come I can't? Okay. I'm just going to keep complaining about that because it's, I got to be able to complain about something, right? Okay. Okay, forget it. Save. Being saved and reopen. And I called this instancing 9B. So let's open that. Okay, good. Maybe just zooming out is the key. I don't know. Okay, so now I want kind of that plank separate, and I'm just going to build that up with the build up. We're already at 6 minutes. That's all right. That's not too bad. All right, so build up tool. And I'm just going to start scraping this up a little bit. Get like a smaller. Oh, did we crash? Good, good. I have crashed quite a bit with this application. I'm not saying that's about the application. That's probably more about the computer that I'm using. Nothing against my computer, really. But you can imagine how this is kind of a higher load for any computer, really. Maybe not too many on the edge, right? Kind of doing that wood grainy kind of feel. And I think you probably could be using a smaller, saying you, I mean me, obviously. I could be using a smaller, look at the ends. Yeah, I think that's gonna look good. Oh my gosh. Is it me or is this wood plank hot? It just looks so hot. It's super hot. I'm never gonna do that notch like that. Look at that. That's cool. It doesn't have like that triangular vibe like we did. Looks like a wooden plank to me, yo. Let's give this kind of like, oh, we see the water kind of landed right here and went down that little well. That's nice. Oh, gosh. Man, I wish my job was just to like do this all day. Make wooden planks in the 3D realm. The hardness is a little bit merch. A bit merch. I'm not gonna sing the hook. It's too much. I can't. Just can't. It's too much. Soften that up. Ooh, look at that. It's looking like a piece of wood to me. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's kind of a cartoony piece of wood. Like it's like a little bit like a banjo and kazooie, right? Kind of. Not bad. It's not the best. Let's go back a little bit here. I know I said I was gonna pause. I just haven't paused. I'm just really feeling this. I feel like we're making a connection here. You and I we're really bonding this evening over this wooden plank that I'm making. All right. Yeah, it's looking good. I'm just really scuffing it up. I'm gonna pause. And I'm back. All right, I just kind of wanted to bring you back. Oh gosh, what am I doing? I should have been more prepared. I just want to bring you back in. I got a wedge going now, and I said I wasn't gonna do that, but You know, it's looking more like a piece of French toast, like like the ones you get in the freezer aisle, than a board, and that's really bothering me. I feel like someone's gonna watch this video and just say, you know what, David made he says he's making these planks, but he made this French toast. I just don't want that to be me. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, this guy, he's on YouTube, he's got a blog, he says he's gonna make pieces of wood for like a walkway over a marsh, and then he just like covers them with French toast, and it's just... So if I repeat that over and over, I think, oh, now see, that did it to me. I don't know why, but all of a sudden now it looks so much more like a piece of wood. When I lived in Thailand, I actually did have a walkway over a marsh that led to like a kind of a porch over the water, and I slept in that. I mean, I didn't sleep in it. I did sleep in there a few times, but I swam in that, was what I was trying to say, quite a bit. And I don't know why that just came to me, but the wood that I had on that walkway was like that. In fact, one time I was working on helping I had a maid. It was weird. I lived in Thailand. And I was working on cleaning up the area, and I was walking the walkway, and I fell through, and like my feet landed in the water, and I caught myself. This is just reminding me of that moment in my life. It's pretty cool. Cool moment. You're like, yeah, right, David. That's okay, duplicate. I linked it. Hold the D button and drag. Boom. Okay. So those instants. Hold the D button and drag. Now I just want this and that. Hold the D button and drag. It's not doing it, guys. Control Z. That is not what I wanted. Hold the D button and drag. So I guess the idea here is I can just keep doing that forever, which is cool. But I want it to be repeatable, right? You see how it's like I'm about to run out of post here. I do one more. Yeah, one more. Okay, so I think what I'm going to need to do is just continue over here. Hold the... Ooh, they're not looking good. Oh, let's see. So if I can just move this one over, it doesn't affect those. But if I warp that like this, they'll all be warped. That's what's cool. See? That was cool. That was cool. That was super cool. But what I want to do is move them all. So I have to literally select them all to be moving them over. And I don't like the orientation I'm at so much, but I'll just Willy Wonka them over. Then let's see what we got. Not too bad. I don't like how these are positioned, and I think I can just rotate those off a little and rotate that, move it up. I get it. Yeah, you tell me that all the time, Microsoft. I get it. I know how to delete files. I'm a grown ass man. There's Miranda over here. Miranda sings, right? She's like my internet girlfriend. I don't know what he knows. All right. So that one's kind of off. I like that. I think I want to keep doing that. So I'm going to do that over here a little bit. And I'm just getting nitpicky now, but it's kind of fun how this is working in instances. So I'm going to use the benefit that we're working with instances, and I'm going to go back to that warp tool just a little bit. I'm going to warp this bugger. Oh yeah. Yeah, make him imperfect. You're beautiful. Beautiful, baby. Shiny. Okay, so that's not going to work. Let's do Control Z. I'm going to have shiny stuck in my head all night. Thanks. Thanks, Rachel. Funny name, Rachel. Okay, so they're looking pretty good. Um, I kind of want to mess them up more, right? That's like the fun part with this. Is like you mess up one of them and they all get all janked the same way, and they're like so organic that way. Yeah, look at that. That's so bizarre. I love it. I just like wonk one, and the whole. It's kind of like at the end, right? Not many people walk on it, so it gets taller. And over here it's taller. Not many people walk on it. But over here it like rains a lot, and all that water gets in there and jacks that up. I need this to be smaller. Water gets right there and it bends it. Oh, look at it. It's like wood. That wood's getting like deteriorated. Look at them hover. That's not how. That is not how the world works. Let's try that again. It's gonna be shiny. Boom! Look at that gravity doing its thing. Ah, super. Super, super. So now that I have those all instanced, I guess I could group them, but let's see if I can just hold D now and drag that. I can't. That's cool. The shift, select all of them, hold the D button, and nothing happens. All right, that's something I still need to work with. But I think you get the idea of how instancing works, right? Like even with this one, those see how I click on this and the other ones all illuminate green, and then I can go in there and say, you know what? I'm gonna warp that guy. Now it's bad. I'm not gonna keep it. But I'm gonna warp that. That just that little. Oh man, that just looks so cool. I'm gonna pause. Okay, so I was kind of collecting my thoughts. I think what I'd like to do now is let's form a group. So I'm gonna need that guy, this guy, that guy, that guy, that guy. I can probably drag and select, but I wasn't working a little bit earlier. So I'm just gonna click all of them. And I'm gonna right click and I'm gonna group that mug. Because that's part of this, is to group them. And now I have two things going on. I have the instances and I'm grouping them. And if I hold D now, what happens? Nothing. How do I copy these? Control C, Control V, nothing. Control Z. Hold D and say, boom, aha, I did it. Yes. Oh, I did it again. Oops. Now I got all kinds of shenanigans going on here. Oh, that's a really cool deck, though. Even though it's like kind of physically impossible. All right. I don't know which way's up. Here we go. Here we go. No, that's not. Here we go. Yeah, look at that. All right, so if you walk there, you got to jump. Watch out. Watch out. This isn't OSHA approved walkway, guys. You gotta watch out. Watch out. Watch yourself. Look alive. This is not Disney World. But it's kind of shiny. The old save and reopen trick because David doesn't know how to move the camera. Instant scene 9B open. Hope it saved. Oh, it did. Look at that. Cool. All right, look at my walkway. You guys excited? I am. That looks pretty good. Yeah. Let's zoom in a little bit. Oh, look at that. Yeah. That's a good shot for the front. Well, thank you everyone for joining. Sorry I'm so chatty. This is like 30 minutes of video today. I might be getting into my zone here, or my element, as it were. Feeling very comfortable with y'all. You're a very nice group. You know, it's a really good cohort. I really appreciate all the feedback I'm getting, all the comments while I'm making the videos. You guys are blowing up my phone. I love it. Nad. But I'll see you tomorrow. We're talking about, what are we talking about? Booleans. Okay, we're talking about booleans. Sounds like baloney, right? Or it sounds like Thai, Northern Thai. Bahulian na. Kun bahulian na ben mai muling na ka. Mun mai rulian na ka. Right? In Northern Thai, you say bahulian. That means you don't know. In Thai, you would say mai rulian. You don't know already. Mai rulian. Nakap. พี่ลาน่าเป็น bahulian นะครับ สวัสดีครับ I'll see you tomorrow for I forgot it already. Bahulian. Booleans. Booyashaga Booleans.